Alright, so my name is Jake Mudlaff. I live in Wisconsin, so kind of far from Livingston, Alabama, but obviously it's an online class, so that's how this can happen. So about myself, I have a family, obviously, a mom, a dad, and two sisters. They're both younger than me. Obviously, I'm going to school at West Alabama. I'm majoring in integrated marketing communications, so the digital marketing is big for me, and the social media marketing. And actually, right now I'm interning at ESPN Milwaukee, so it's a radio station, and we do the company I work for, Good Karma Brands. We're like a sister company, I guess you could say, to ESPN, and so we are the only company that is allowed to do like local marketing and advertising for the ESPN company. So when people are on the ESPN app or the ESPN Fantasy app or on ESPN.com, they're in Milwaukee, say, or they're on 540 ESPN, tuning into 540 ESPN radio. They're going to hear those companies that are partners with us. So that's, I guess, I'm already doing, the digital marketing, I guess you could say. And then the sports broadcasting, that's another big thing for me. Me and my buddies are actually in the process of starting our own personal podcast, so that'll be cool. My first social media account, probably I'm going to go with MySpace there. I think MySpace was just a game changer for kids because it allowed them to, I guess that was kind of like your first taste of web page design, you could say. That whole like top 8 friends that caused issues, though. I'm not going to lie. What social media account do I use the most? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Facebook or Instagram. Twitter might be the number one. I'm actually going to go with Twitter just because... Well, Twitter, I'm going to go Twitter because I use it for work and like finding information and content to talk about on it's going to be on our podcast, and I guess whenever I do recorded segments, that's where I'm looking for my information. So Twitter for that, Facebook and Instagram just for daily life and keeping in touch with family and friends. How has communication changed because of social media? I think social media definitely just helps with the marketing, like I've talked about. I think that's pretty obvious. I think social media had an influence on how companies look at advertising, in a sense that obviously everybody wants to get out on social media, but I think in the same sense, social media also had an impact on radio and how companies are gonna look at how they wanna do their marketing. So not only radio, but websites, apps, everything kind of changed because of social media. Just a couple things, So I think social media has definitely had an influence in that sense. I think also it's obviously made life more easily to follow, if that makes sense, which can also be a bad thing. So we'll see. And then how many hours a day do I spend on social media? I don't think I can accurately tell you that number. I'm also probably a little bit embarrassed about that number, so I don't think we're going to spend too much time on that answer. What do you want to learn from this class? Just to be more organized, I guess, with social media and what it can, like, knowing, I guess, what more it can do in the marketing and advertising sense. And then seeing if there's anything that I'm not using to my fullest advantage. I use Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but is there anything that I could be doing that I be using or doing that I'm not? So I guess that's the biggest thing that I want to learn, and we'll see if that happens. So that's all for me. It was good to meet you guys. I hope you liked learning about me and the companies I follow. So until next time.